music, man. Come on. Yeah, it did. And then I noticed when I'm talking to you, it kind of was just slow. I don't know. Back. It's all good. Nice. All right, hopefully I don't freeze here.
You're still there. What's up?
Nice. Let's go, bro. We made it happen. What's happening?
Up, everybody in the chat? I already see quite a bit of people. The usuals always come in super early. I saw Victor and Nasty in here earlier. And Freon, of course.
Freon, of course. He's a G. He's a real one.
Modern Comfort, Mark Shout Morales, out. Eddie HVAC, Refrigeration Devil, Jason Johnson, of course, J.K. Marshall, the usuals, and I know some more people will pop in, and we always get a good crowd, and we appreciate you guys. And Mike B.
Sorry, excuse me.
I still came out on a damn mic.
Damn.
It's a good mic.
It's a good mic. It was we stepped away from Liquid Death today, and we're going with some Mountain Spring, brother.
There you go.
Mountain Valley, sorry.
Rhodes checking in for roll call.
Oh, he's in. He's here, right here. Hello.
So how's everybody doing? I already see comments that it's been a little bit slow. Have you noticed that too?
Interesting comment, because compadre, the third dishonorary knight at this point, Curtis, texted me and was like, dude, I'm busier than I was during summer. Remember we were going over that? When summer was just like, it was busy, but it wasn't like it should be. And that's how I feel. Like, I'm more consistent with service calls right now and estimates than I was during the summer, which is crazy.
That's weird.
But it's not like astronomically fast, but it's about 4 calls a day, which is ideally that's what
I would assume it's better than what it's been other seasons.
Exactly. So pretty stoked. It's been good.
Okay.
But cool. It's only October. What about on your end? Everything's good, kosher? Are you starting maintenances up yet?
Dude, I've kind of backed myself into a corner. Every freaking month is maintenance.
Yeah.
We just finished one round, and then we just finished because we got a new customer that called in. So my whole thing was what I was going to start with is I've never been more annoyed as I am right now with the phone ringing. Like, it's been just a weird year. I have been anticipating a slowdown so I can catch my breath, and it hasn't happened. Like, today was the first day in a while that I got and I usually do it in the beginning of the week, but I have to do it now on Thursday to have an office day to catch up on paperwork. And I got most of it done, and literally right before we got on, my phone started ringing again. So we have some calls right now. That one of the apprentices was able to pick them up. So if they need any help, they'll be texting me, but I can't get away from work right now either.
So apprentice-wise, what number apprentice is this for you?
This is the one that's been with us for a few months, full time now. So this is the first one. And then we have a second one, but he only goes as like a helper. This first apprentice is older. He's younger than I am, but he's older. And for some reason, he's just picked it up really quickly because he's the one that came from nursing. I'm starting to question if he didn't do this, sometime before, because I don't know how he's so good at it. He's actually fixing shit. So,
yeah,
he's been great for us. So right now he's going to go run some refrigeration calls. I might have to help him. We'll see if it ends up being an all-nighter, because I just got another call for the same location. It's not too far from here, but it's a walk-in cooler, and it's an emergency. So he's going to take a look at it, and if I need to go out there, I might be working tonight.
Well, shout out to the homie for getting it done and tackling the adventure and getting after it.
Yeah, he's been great. And he actually noticed, because the call that I got in today, And I told them don't touch anything until they tell you that they want it fixed and they're gonna they're gonna pay because I've been down that hole before.
Oh yeah.
So we had maintenance at this place, and that was like a month ago that we wrapped it up. And I was there trying to show him around to some of these locations, and this one is by my house. So I told him, or I was kind of like making sure they knew their way around and did the checklist, everything. And he's like, this one I know. He's like, I know you've told me how to check these before, and it's a make line cooler, a prep cooler. And he noticed that it wasn't icing up the way it's supposed to, not keeping temp. Not that they have a thermometer on there 24/7, so there was nothing to look at. It's just he noticed that it wasn't running correctly based off of what I've told him before, right? So, and I was like, well, I can guarantee you it's not temping. Don't mess with it. Just do the maintenance on it, clean it out, drain, the coils, all that kind of stuff, and let them call it in because that's how this customer is. They'll call like us or somebody else to fix it. I can't do anything. I can't touch it.
Yeah.
And sure enough,
Right.
all week this week, those calls for that location have come in at 5:30, and then right now it's 6. So we've been working after hours for that location, and they called in that prep cooler that he noticed, and now he's gonna go look at it.
Do you have an after hours charge?
Oh yeah, and that's why they weren't calling us because we can't call you because you guys charge overtime. I was like, well, who the hell are you calling that doesn't charge overtime?
Yeah, 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 right. Like, dang, I need to get on that gig,
Oh,
right?
we can get into that. Actually, I have pictures, and we'll get into it in a minute because I can tell you the kind of work that they do.
I love it. Ooh, that's
Uh,
good stuff.
but it's just been annoying. Like I had my office day today, and calls were still coming in. I had so here's this other thing that I'll kind of wrap up my week with because it's been a lot of like random refrigeration calls. And if anybody, because I'm gonna go through the chat right now, they've asked me how are you guys busy, this and that. When I did my Tuesday podcast, if you guys want to
Hmm.
stay busy and have headaches like I do, just do refrigeration. That stuff is 24/7. And also, what keeps us
Well,
busy is the hot side too.
yeah, I was gonna say you have that extra kind of little hidden
It's like
gem that you can
it's
help
like two businesses
offset.
in one.
Yeah, that definitely
So
helps. We
so I was doing invoices today, and I noticed there was a ton of cooking equipment. Now I'm kind of like you, where I'm only running a few calls a day, but those are higher tickets. Like I make
yeah,
1,000, 2,000 bucks a day just running a
yeah,
couple of calls. So it is what it is. But the hot side is like all year.
yeah. No, of course, and that's good to be able to have in the old repertoire under the umbrella of reliable. Is it reliable kitchen? Is that what the right?
Hmm.
Yeah, so it's good to have that whole scope of literally everything that encapsulate a kitchen.
That was
Um,
my dad's vision.
and so, I mean, that's what we're trying to do on our front, right? So we got plumbing now, potentially got a um, master electrician coming on board. We'll see. Hold on, hold the horses. Not there yet, but it's something that could be in the pipeline. But the dude's industrial, so I was like, this is residential, bro. Like it's kind of
Yeah.
a it's a step down, but at the same time, it'd be cool. And then another really cool thing is this. I don't know if this really works so much in the commercial side or your side of things. Is residentially we run campaigns, right? And in
Oh yeah.
Jobber, you can run specific campaigns, and it doesn't have to be money campaigns. It could be, I think I heard Mark wrote in the chat last night when I was on with Curtis. He does 2-for-1 like maintenance plans. You can email blast your current maintenance customers
Oh
that are
yeah.
coming
He
up and
mentioned
say
that in my Tuesday chat too. That because we were talking about being slow or picking up more work, and he talked about campaigns.
another one you can do is like I actually heard this on a podcast was like say hey every service ticket above da 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 or we'll donate $5 $10 or a percentage of the ticket to a local charity or youth athletics or something like that, kind of just get the buzz going because it's about the community and stuff like that. But I don't know, that's a cool thing you can do is run those campaign email
A-
blasts. I mean, look at your spam,
anything. Yeah, anything because it gets people talking. Because even when I took on, CallRail as as a sponsor, I was like, oh, I don't know, it might not be for me, but I'm like, oh, I did know this whole side of like that, like campaigning or kind of getting the data, kind of getting all this other
Yeah.
marketing stuff that a lot of the big companies, because I talked about it with Ewok, because he's there soaking up everything from all these companies that he's working at, and he's trying to work his way into eventually a bigger company. Like he's moving up eventually to do his own thing. Like he wants to work at a small company, medium company, bigger company, and then like do his own thing. And I've heard it too. It's like those big companies spend a shit ton of money on marketing because
Mhm.
the word gets out, the name gets out there.
Yeah, I mean, we're competing with guys that they have $100,000 budget monthly
Oh yeah.
on marketing, and we might have $1,000, $2,000, and what we do is we do guerrilla marketing, right? And I got to post a video. I did this. I was just going through neighborhoods, and I'll probably post it here because I got some yard signs to get rid of. Stopping at stop signs, throwing down yard signs, medians, throw down a yard sign. We call them, what do they call them?
Oh yeah.
Like throwaway sign. I forget.
The
There's an
bandit
actual like
signs or
yeah, the bandit sign. So they just take those and then door hangers. Like if it says no soliciting, that's fine. You
dude,
just put a door hanger on, you're good. You know what I
yeah.
mean?
Oh man, there was
Uh,
there was a, there's a guy that I follow because of Jobber. Like we've done these meetings in person, and these guys all, some of them are super young that have these huge small businesses because they're like window cleaners. They do all these other home services, but they make a lot of money doing
yeah.
that. And one of them, he does like, I don't know if they're classes, but he gives like tips and stuff. And he does something because he's always like, comment and I'll get back to you and this and that. One of his things is a door hanger. I was like, well, if I was looking for work, I would do the same thing. But he does a door hanger thing, and on the back you can write in with a marker because he has it laid
Hmm.
out, your current special or your current offering, whatever it is. So that way they're always good to you. Like they're not seasonal, they're not anything like that. Like you can always just write in what you need.
Yeah.
And I was like, that's genius because I've never thought of that. Because we used to do flyers and brochures and stuff like that, and I would always have to make new ones. And you know, it we do that shit in the commercial too. I go restaurant to restaurant and hand out stuff.
Do you are you big into LinkedIn for B2B or no?
I'm on there.
That
I
that's a
haven't
big one,
really
man.
taken
Yeah.
advantage of it,
We
but there's
we
a lot of networking there.
so much. We're part of like, chambers and community groups that help us get our
Yeah,
name out there that we're
yeah.
involved with.
And again, for residential, it's great because like we have another guy that, and it's a mentor that I talk about because he went to go work with his cousin. His cousin owns it, and they do everything. They're always in the community stuff. They're always throwing pizza parties for certain things, events, and this and that. So they're always
Mhm.
getting their name out. So that's another way to do it. I've thought about it. I just haven't. Honestly, we've been too busy lately to even consider doing a lot of stuff like that. But get your name out there. Get it.
That's what that's
Get
how you
people
stay
talking.
busy, man. People are asking how to stay. I mean, like that. I mean, you got a gas station, bro. Just hand out a card. I mean, I know some of the gas stations got the court board with the thumbtacks, bowling alleys. Always keep a stack of cards with you. Put them bad boys on there. You go to a restaurant, drop them in the little card box.
Mm-hmm.
You just there's always ways. Like the biggest account we got this year was the storage space and it was because it was our storage space. And all I used to chop it up with the damn property manager every morning because I go there, unload my truck. We would just shoot the shit and bullshit. I'm like, hey man, who takes care of like the property? He goes, oh, we got a couple. I was like, hey, can we get on the list? Hey, yeah, I'll send you over the package. Boom, dude. Like
See,
easy
that
as
that goes
that.
to my whole point when I've told people, I'm like, you need to be proud of like what you do, right? You got to tell everybody and anybody that you run into, hey, I do this, and if you ever
Yeah,
need anything, let us know. I mean, that's the only way to get your name out there. If you're out there, and it could be with family and friends or just strangers, places you frequent. Because if you don't tell them, I mean, they don't know. Because
yeah.
how many times have you had a family or friend that calls the company and they're like, oh, I didn't know that you did that. I'm like,
You
we
son
do,
of a
but
bitch. Yeah,
we didn't advertise to them. We didn't tell them. So
yeah,
that's
yeah.
always something I tell people, like, be proud of it, tell everybody, even if it gets annoying to them, just tell them.
Yeah, dude, all day long. So there's ways to stay busy, guys. You just gotta make it
So
happen.
so mine's been ringing because we also implemented the AI answering service, which I
Okay.
know some people don't like,
Mm-hmm.
but it's worked out fantastic. I need to like kind of show how we use it, but I slapped that number on all the wraps. The website has been getting a lot of hits lately. People just searching for like restaurant repairs around here, and
Yeah.
we implemented that AI service, and I know people were like, oh, but they don't want to, because somebody did comment like, I get it as somebody who doesn't like talking to people because I would do it myself, but they're like, as a customer, I would just hang up and call the next company. I was like, I get it, but if I see a local number, I can call them back. And a lot of
Yeah.
the times, it's people trying to sell us shit. It's a marketing person. It's a whatever. It's like calls that I don't want.
For
Lately,
sure.
everybody that we've picked up has left a message because they actually need service. So
Yeah.
for us, it's worked.
Man, yeah, love that. I don't know how honestly strategically it would work in my market with being such a huge volume of like transplants and people not having local numbers. You know what I mean? So it'd be like tons of out of state numbers we get. We get tons of even in state, but like different counties and things like that that are
Oh,
just
okay.
Miami calling Orlando. Like it doesn't work, or like Daytona or Jacksonville, things like that. But a lot of New Yorks and I mean, I went to somebody who just moved here from Oregon today. You know what I mean? So
Yeah, and if they do leave like their information, I'll just like look up the address real quick because we've had a bunch that are like residential, and I'm like everywhere you see our website or vans or anything, it says commercial only. Like,
yeah,
we can weed out a lot of it through that AI thing. So I
that's
get it. I
good.
know people don't like it, but the only people that have given us hassle about it are people trying to like sell something or do something else. They're not looking for our services or anything. So
Yeah.
it's like I said, it's helped us. And I just picked up another one today that left a message, and they have a few barbecue spots here. So I'm gonna go out to that one tomorrow and kind of see what they need.
Hell yeah. My shit. My damn. I just looked at the computer percentage. That shit's only at 18%, big dog.
It's always
And I'm
something.
u- and I'm using both ports on this damn thing because okay, we'll visit that if we need to. But that's a good thing, Mark. Yeah, no, absolutely. I wear all kinds of like blue collar like gear, all that stuff, and just to let it be known that that's the type of
Well, I
stuff I
picked I
do.
picked up a few sushi restaurants like
Let's
a month
go.
ago because I went
Okay,
to. It's actually
pick
me
up
and my
sushi.
girlfriend's like favorite spot to go to, and I was I was working that day. I went in the work van. I went in uniform, and the guy's like, "Hey, I saw your van. That he really liked it." And he was the owner's son, but he kind of runs it. He's like, he came up to me while we were eating, and he's like, "I saw your shirt. What kind of work do you do?" And this and that. I'm like, "Oh, striked up a
Well,
conversation." And
boom.
that's the maintenance that we were doing last week because he wanted maintenance specifically. And then next week I got to do his other restaurant, and he's on a contract already. And there's service calls that are going to come from it because he does have like a dishwasher that needs service, another cooler that needs service. So yeah, I typically will wear my uniform until like I'm done for the day completely. Like even if we go out, after work or whatever, like I might still be in the uniform or a shirt similar to it,
Yeah,
and just to just to show it, right? You're advertising your own business.
boom. Exactly. You're just a billboard, son.
Yeah. My brother is very like, because I think Ewok was saying it might be like a white van syndrome. I forgot what he called it. Because my brother's like, I don't need my van wrapped. I'm like, yes, the fuck you do. I was like,
You're
that's it.
getting it.
That's why we advertise.
That's so funny. Yeah. I mean, we did pretty good. For 2 years, white van, and it was fine.
Well, that's when you don't
I
want
mean,
anybody calling you.
no, I mean, we wanted it. Trust me. We just didn't
Oh,
really,
okay.
to allocate funds to a wrap, when we're doing just fine, was like we're okay. Like we could have been busier, but you know, what was it? I think it was like 5 grand. You know what I mean? So it was a lot of coin for the big
Oh,
boy.
you got a compliment on when I did my podcast on Tuesday that you have the best looking marketing and rap and the way you guys went about that. They said that
Oh,
yours is probably the best one.
well, I like that. Thank you. Took some time, some effort. I wasn't the brainchild. I just helped. We like, dude, we would. You wanted to be cool, so like we were going like weeks and like, but we wanted to get it done and finalized because we used a pretty reputable company. You may have heard of this guy Dan Antonelli. It wasn't him, but we did communicate with Dan, and we went to the guy who was kind of like his competitor at a fraction of the cost, to get our whole marketing, our website, this, that, and the third all done. And we wanted it done so fast, but like we wanted it done right, so we took our time. You know what I
Well,
mean?
yeah,
And we
because
dialed it
I tell
in.
people
And
if you're in a rush, just letter it, just so your name's on
exactly,
there. But if you want to do the rap, that's when you got to make sure that you really love that design before you wrap that whole thing.
yeah, for sure.
Lettering is not
Yeah,
that bad because you can just go and peel it off or whatever, or a magnet, things like that. But if you're gonna wrap, yeah, it better be clear. Because I was telling Ewok on Tuesday, like I secretly will critique any van that I see going down the road, like, oh, they should have done it this way, or why did they do it that way? And like
I
you
know.
can't even tell
Yeah,
what they do from like that quick few seconds of it driving by, right? A lot of it has
yeah,
to stand out, but also be like, oh, they do this, and the number or whatever it is.
exactly. There's a big HVAC guy. I mean, his name was it's Ishmael Valdez. I don't know if some people may know him, you may know him. I don't know. He's out in California, but his business, he sold it for like 100 million or something crazy. It's Next Gen, which it's not the same as the Next Gen.
Oh,
I
okay.
don't think. I don't think so. I mean, it could be. It very well could be. But he sold it for a stupid amount of money. But he was with like Dan Antonelli, Tommy Mello, all the people out in Cali, Victor, all those guys, and we actually submitted on like Facebook. He was running like this little campaign, like, "Hey, send me your raps. I want to judge, the best ones. Who's got the best marketing?" And sure enough, we entered out, and it was like 50 people or something, and we won. It was
Damn.
pretty cool. I didn't do that.
Yeah.
That's not anything. That was Q did the whole thing. You know what I mean? But it was cool. It was like game recognized game. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it
That
was
bee is
nice.
awesome.
That bee is pretty cool. The little busy bee.
Oh, Rhodes had mentioned that
Yeah,
he
what did he
goes
say? I
and,
couldn't
and
read that.
drops off business cards to all the houses. That he walked around the neighborhoods and just dropped off business cards. But you mentioned the signs
Boom.
earlier because I had literally, and I have it in my video that's coming out probably, I don't know if it's this week or next week. I think I was out doing like, it's like a business video, like me doing some business errands or whatever, and trying to implement, like I mentioned, the AI, the jobber, the call rail, everything that we use. And as I was driving to somewhere, I think it was like Home Depot or something, on the corner, I saw this kid near one of those signs, right, a yard sign. And then I was like, why is this kid out here by himself with a sign, like just on a corner of a busy street? And then I saw
Yeah.
him giving like the thumbs up and then like checking with somebody. And I see the dad like parked a little bit further down. And he's like, gives them the thumbs up. And then he bolts
Yeah.
it to the car and they take off. And they were putting up bandit signs for their, it's like a
Yeah.
power washing company or something. And
Hell
I just
yeah.
thought it was cool.
Yeah. No, absolutely. We have a really funny like little plan. Uh, John Berto came up with that he plans on doing, and he hasn't done it yet. So if he doesn't do it, I'm gonna do it, and just get a quick little viral clip. Maybe it'll be funny. I don't want anyone stealing my idea. So, but it could attract some. You just gotta do it in the right spot.
Ellsworth
What do you got?
Design.
That was, yeah, Ellsworth. Yep,
Yeah,
Jeremy
he's like,
Ellsworth. Yeah,
I used him too.
He's just
Antonelli
a
is way
competitor.
too expensive.
Yeah, dude, we got a Dan quote. It was like 40,000. I think but that was like top of the line, every single thing. They handled everything. Um I want to say Ellsworth was like 10 to 15, you know what I mean? Something like that.
Well, just to let you know, you did freeze.
I did. Damn it.
Yep. Oh, there you are.
Nope. Ah, son of a bitch. Now I got the stupid close up camera. Let's fix this. Okay. See if
Roads,
it works.
being just me, I'm worried about getting a job that's too big. Not many subcontractors around here. That was always my thing too. We took on way too many jobs and we got in over our heads sometimes. But
Sometimes you need to.
that's how you
Sorry.
figure it out when you start.
See if this works. We're gonna go back to it.
You still got enough battery percentage?
Uh, we're at 13, big dog. We
Oh,
should
it's not
make
too
it to
bad.
the end of
We're
the
on the
show.
tail end.
Yeah, we're getting there. So what I can't read it. What road say?
Oh, that he's just worried about getting a job that's too big because you know how he's doing his thing
Oh
now,
yeah,
and
stretch
he
it out
doesn't
now.
have too many subcontractors around there to, I guess, help him out with that.
Yeah. Yeah, we found a couple. You know what? A funny story today is so I went to an estimate 2 weeks ago. Sold two systems. The guy's moving into the house. I bought it. The guys were installing yesterday, and so neighbors walked over. They saw the truck, and one of the subcontractors that we have used to work at like a bigger company here, and it's friends. It's a nephew of like George. So um, the guy walked over and he recognized him because he worked on his current unit when he worked for the other company. Anyways, I went to that guy's house for an estimate because he appreciated his attention to detail.
Mm.
What does that say?
That you got that mini split cranking.
Yeah, can you tell?
I can't hear it, but I was gonna ask you
I
how's it doing.
ain't sweating. I can.
You can deal with it
We'll
now.
see. We'll see how long it lasts, right?
And then Freon, I think it was complimenting your well, the picture because he's like the Wi-Fi must be good in the garage.
That's so funny. Wi-Fi's always been good, bro. It's actually, I think, the truth of the matter is it's always Adrian's Wi-Fi. Actually, we found this out. A matter of fact. Oh man, I'm using like a real camera today, so hopefully that's making a difference.
Yeah, you can tell. Um, See, I didn't know this was a thing. Mark Morales was like, I started out with magnets and they got stolen.
Yo,
Because I gave my dad some magnets to hold them off, like, because they had just bought like a truck and a van. And I was like, oh, I'm going to pick up some magnets. You guys can put them on in the, while we do the design for the wrap.
yeah.
And he's like, I swear they got stolen. I was like, what? I was like,
Be like, bro, nobody's
bullshit.
stealing your shit. Yeah.
So I don't know. I don't know if
They
that's a
really did.
thing. He's like
Apparently,
either he's like either that or they fell off. I was like they can't fall off. I was like all right, whatever. So
bro. So
they don't have those anymore. I don't know what happened to them, but we
it's so
we got
funny.
we got the truck wrapped eventually.
Freaking Q, he drives a pickup truck, and he got magnets, and guess what? The fucking trucks, they're just not metal anymore, bro.
Oh
It didn't
yeah.
stick anywhere. It's like a 2022 or something. Freaking Ford F-150
Okay,
didn't
so it's
stick.
not just a Toyota thing because
Nah,
when
man.
I went to go pick them up, I was trying them out. I wanted to see how it looked, and the shit just fell, and I'm like, what?
Well, yeah.
So then I put it towards like the back, and there was metal somewhere where it picked it up, and I'm like,
Uh,
motherfucker! Like these aren't even.
yo,
There's no metal
no,
whatsoever in the front doors.
isn't that crazy, bro? You're like, yeah, he tried that shit, boy. That was hilarious.
Yeah, it's all aluminum now. Um,
Mm.
that's
Oh
crazy.
man,
There was metal somewhere. I was able to like to kind of figure it out, and it was like, oh, it sticks here.
aluminum. Yeah, screw it.
Rhodes is running
Um,
magnets right now. Just make sure you lock them up.
Rhodes is He's running and gunning, posting videos left and right. He must be busy, boy.
That's good.
Well, I mean, yeah, no, he's doing pretty well. That's good, man. You gotta make those videos.
Threw me under the bus on that Wi-Fi comment.
Look, bro. I mean, I've gotten enough shit for a year and a half. I think
Well,
it's
it's
time the
funny.
truth comes
It's
out.
funny because it happens, and everybody in the chat is like, "Oh, Jake, Jake."
Come to find out, like you can tell though, like if we
And I
start kind
only
of
have
both kind of,
bad Wi-Fi on Thursdays, apparently.
you know, every other day, it's like, it's so true. It might be it's the connection. I mean, I don't know, man. We're so far away.
Hey, I'm
I
looking
don't
into fiber now because it is everywhere
right.
right now. Like everybody, all the neighborhoods are getting it. I've seen the trucks just running the lines everywhere. I think that's a sign that I should probably get it
Yeah,
very soon.
absolutely. I think you should get it. If you don't, I'll be disappointed.
That'll help our show out tremendously.
Yeah, gonna take us to the moon, brother.
I'm gonna share my screen really quick. I want to show you
Let's see.
what kind
Go.
of work I go behind at this one customer that calls several companies.
I love it.
Okay, let me I think it's here. So, here's the thing. I've been going to these calls. Oh, I can't do that.
Here, he said, "Here's the thing." Yo, that's factory, bro.
I've been going to these calls and the condensers are replaced and the
Oh,
evaporators are left in, are the old ones are left in. So
yeah,
I'm like, the other day I was on a call and I'm like, I hope they change the TXV because this was an R22 system. So I didn't go into the walk-in. I had to top it off. It was like a late night call. I was like, I'll be back tomorrow. I'll check on it because it reached temp and everything. It worked. And I was like, you know what? I'll come back tomorrow. We'll do the leak check because I typically do. I don't want my ticket to be crazy high, right? I want to do it in
yeah.
pieces, right? The initial call out, and then a leak check might be separate, and we'll go from there. So this is what I went back to the next day. I was like, okay, and it gets better. It gets better. So they did replace the TXV. At
All
some
right.
point, that distributor must have leaked, which I've had that issue too. I've been able to braze them,
Okay.
but you can tell that they kind of struggled, right?
For sure.
See, this is the connection for the TXV, I
Solid.
believe, right?
Yeah.
Here's
Oh
the new
my god,
TXV.
brother, you can't be serious.
There is.
You can't,
Oh no, this is the connection. This is like a coupling or something.
bro. That's like
Uh,
quarter inch to like 3/8 is what they did, and
I
it
don't know what
didn't
the fuck they
even.
did. So
Wow.
somebody
That's
struggled.
factory. That's fact, dude. Man, I've been there. I ain't gonna
This
lie
one
to you.
wasn't this one wasn't too bad. The one going down
Jesus.
from the liquid
No
line
issues there. But look at that liquid line down below to go down.
to what?
Was that all? Was it
Oh shit, it's
kinked?
kinked. I didn't even see that.
Yeah.
I had like this much from the wall to like peek in. I had to use my phone.
Yeah.
See, that's what I
Oh
was
my
trying to
god.
tell them. I was like, because they're complaining right now that it's icing up a little bit. I'm gonna
I'm
have to
sure it
redo
is.
all this fucking piping, or they're gonna have to get a new evap.
Oh, yeah, dude. No, it'll be a lot cheaper for a new evap. I mean,
And then
charging an astronomical.
from the other side, I thought this was a piece of rubber, like from the insulation or something. That's another braze joint.
Oh, bro. My man said just put it on thick. That's all they said. Just put it on thick.
Yeah, that's all the
Golly.
pictures I got for that. Dude, I was like, my. So that was my whole thing. Is I went back the next day to see this because the first day I topped it off. I was like, you have a leak somewhere. I don't see any major leaks. We'll come back
Yeah.
tomorrow, do a leak check. And sure enough, my leak detector was going off all sorts of you know, in this area in all sorts of places. But I was like, my God. I don't know if this is the same company because I went to another one a couple months ago,
Bruh.
and
That's not even real. That's
and
not even real.
I was like, this is not my brazing because I was like, because they always try to tell you you were the last one here. Um, we don't call anybody else. No, you're crazy.
If
I was
you
like,
if you
explain
look at
to me
that
this then.
out of focus, that shit look like a Buddha sitting there, bro. Just don't even like focus in on it. That looks like Buddha sitting on that bad boy. Gosh. It'd be
Yeah,
like,
because
yeah,
this
I
this was
definitely
a
wasn't here.
this was a cooler, and I was like, it was working the last time I was here. I know it needed like electrical work and stuff like that. And I'm like, man, you must have like a leak or something because it was like super low. And I was busting out like the leak detector and the dye, and I was already like, well, this is an old. It was a super old system too, so I was ready to
So
condemn it.
that's
And then
so
I see
funny.
this in the back, and I'm like, no way.
They
It's
got
like
somebody.
that's your problem there. Uh, that's your
And it's
problem right
still,
there.
yeah, still leaking. Didn't even get the joint. Didn't even get the leak. Oh boy, man, just pile it up, dude.
Just
Brazen stacks, baby.
they
That's
stack
what
it
it is.
up. They put the charge in, and they just let it ride and
Jeez,
don't call me back.
dude. One of the first times I ever tried brazing, that's what it looked like though. And I was just like, I couldn't fucking get it, dude. And this was up on like a third story of this like condominium, and like I was getting so mad. And I swear to God, I was putting heat on that thing. Nah, I just wasn't getting it hot enough.
Oh, I know. That's like when I've explained this when I'm with somebody like my dad or one of the guys. I was like, this is just basically that they didn't have either they ran out of gas, right? Like it wasn't hot enough,
Yeah,
or they didn't have it
been there
open
too.
enough.
Yeah,
So yeah, 'cause this happened to me too. And I was like, yeah, they just didn't care. They weren't gonna go back. They weren't gonna make it right. I had to go
no.
in there and cut this whole thing out and redo that piping.
Did you braise it or did you press it?
I have brazed it because it's a T. So this is
Mm,
a prep cooler. They have one compressor that feeds like three evaporators. So I just went back in with a braze.
solid. Okay. Sometimes you need to.
See, this is what pissed me off because Rhodes is like $150 worth of 15%. I
Yo,
would have guys that I would tell like they would use the whole fucking rod on a call. I'm like, dude, you need very little to do like a
yeah.
compressor or whatever it is. Like you need very little.
I can't remember the last time I bought a pack of brazen rod.
Yeah, I've
You know
had
what I
a
mean?
pack that lasted me like all summer. Like I never,
Y-
I'm low, but I haven't had to go buy some.
Yeah. I'll save all my pieces and throw them in the end.
Oh, I finally got that
Did you get the rod saver?
rod saver. I finally got one. Yeah,
Thing is clutch, bro.
it's
Yeah.
cool. I haven't used it yet.
It's nice. It is nice. You just like,
Well, I do the needle nose
yeah.
trick, right? You just hold the little stubs with the
That's
needle nose.
yeah. That
Burnt the shit
works.
out of my. I have some that I burnt the shit out of, but it works.
Yeah. It's tapered. It's or is it tapered? It's tampered. You know, I think that's what it is, right? Tempered metal. I don't know. Yeah, it's tempered steel. Yeah, that's the word.
I bet he didn't have a
What do you
magnet to open the valve and purge nitrogen. Oh yeah, there's a
got?
when you get like back pressure because
Mm-hmm.
I mean I've been there too. I when I started doing it, I was like, oh, I don't know how to do this. But I've told guys like, don't forget to have like an outlet for your nitrogen because it'll just like blow up right
It's
there in
gonna
your
build
face.
up.
Yeah,
Oh man. Yeah, that's frustrating. Very frustrating.
happens when you repair a system and there's still a little bit of pressure in there. I've tried that before. Again, you learn from your mistakes.
That's it. That's all it's about. I mean, guess what? You ain't gonna do it again now.
No, and the fucking phosgene and all the
Hell
smells that
yeah.
you create. I cleared a whole kitchen one time doing that.
Oh, no doubt. They're like, mustard
What is
gas, go.
what is that smell? Oh my god! I was like, oh shit! I was just there like sitting on the floor.
Well, no clue. We're at 5%. Just a heads up.
Crackhead job. Well, we're almost there.
Maybe dope head. I don't know what they got down there in Texas,
I was going
bro.
through the chat really quick.
I went to a job once, and it was I mean, it was this old house from like the 50s that got retroed, and they put some ductwork in. And sure enough, man, they they were just like cutting joists like through the support joist, running duct and shit. And the guy, I come down like, dude, I can't touch this stuff, dude. Like, there's nothing I can do here. I'm like, he was like, yeah. Well, what happened was, and it ended up being some like drug addicts, and like the cops came to their house, all kinds of shit. I was like, I'm sorry you went through that, but now you're gonna have to pay somebody twice, like, because you wanted to
Oh,
go cheap. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah. So that's
Oh
why,
my
like, I
god,
always like for like what I run into with these that I just showed you. I mean, that's only the tip of the iceberg. We have or had a lot of other companies in the past just year or two because they want
yeah,
second opinions all of a sudden. And it's funny because it always ends up like, oh, you were right, or yeah, they did the bid that I was recommending, or whatever it is. So, uh,
dude, and they pay for it twice if because
yeah,
it's not gonna happen immediately, right? It's gonna happen a year and a half down the road when they didn't purge nitrogen or they didn't replace the filter dryer or the reason that compressor failed was because the TXV was shit and it's gonna do it again. And guess
yep.
what? Because you didn't want to pay me the extra $200 the first time to do it, you're gonna have to pay me now. Which
Mm,
more? I
yep,
froze.
yep.
But
Um,
that's a good free spot though. I'm gonna keep it. I'm gonna keep it there because you know
Rhodes said he almost passed out doing a reversing valve one time.
is that from the 5 gene?
He probably tried to sweat it out.
She see I don't, bro. I can't. You know what I mean?
Yeah, devils like just cut them out.
I cut
See, I learned that
compressors.
from you guys watching you or Kurt or anybody else that does it because I haven't had to do one yet.
Yeah, nah, that's the way to do it, bro. I mean, I cut everything out. I'm not unsweating unless like I need that fitting. Like I had to do a evap coil like 2 weeks ago, and the way it was 7/8 elbows, but it was such a tight joint, but it went into inch and an eighth, and I had no fittings. I don't carry fittings. I
Yeah,
didn't have any copper, and so I had to unsweat it. You know?
yeah, that's the same with me. Like I'll cut. I used to unsweat everything, and then well now I really only do it with compressors if it's like in a tight spot because I don't want to be getting like 7/8 copper to deal with that. But
Yeah.
the dryers and stuff,
Wow.
I used to unsweat them, and now I cut them. Now I cut everything as much as I can, and trying to build it back up. But that's the only part that trips me up because that happened recently, where
Yeah.
we took out something old and it had a reducer, and I didn't see that on the initial evaluation or whatever the quote. And I was like, I'm gonna need that, coupling from the old one, that reducer there. So I took it off, unsweated it, and put it back.
Hell yeah. Hold on. 'Cause
What
this
the
shit
hell
keeps
are
going.
you doing?
Can you see me?
No, I can hear
Oh, you
you.
just. Oh, all right. I'm just gonna unplug the camera and plug the computer in.
Oh, okay.
We'll make life a whole hell of a lot easier, brother. Welcome to the lair, the Kraus house, brother. It's actually kind of nice like this. Hold on, kick my feet up.
Have you seen
All right,
the HVAC nationals are going on right now?
nah, where are they doing that at?
I think it's in your area. Well,
Orlando?
not in your area. It's in Florida.
Oh, well, it
Uh,
was in Orlando, I think.
was
What
it?
last year at like Gaylord Palms, the Service Titan one.
Yeah. I think they're there again. I don't know if it's the same city or not, but they're in that area. No, it has to be Orlando because they showed where they were like meeting up,
Right.
and it looked like
Okay.
that same place where AHR was.
Interesting. Yeah, nah,
Yeah.
man. That'd be cool. When it did it already start or is it like
I
about to
think it's
happen?
about to start. Like it started today or something.
I have to roll
Um.
up in there.
Oh, you're right there. Call Ben. Ben's over there.
Oh, well, no, Ben should have called me. He knows where I live. Yeah, I'm
He's
getting
over
sick of this
there.
shit.
He's over there with his Navac because Navac is sponsoring it, What I did like is,
It's
I
not
don't
a
know if
good
you've seen
company.
it. It used to be like an install thing. You would just have to install like a condenser and the drain line, and
Okay.
it would, I guess, mimic an indoor unit and an outdoor unit. You just pipe it together, I guess, and they judged you on that or whatever. Now they actually
Yeah,
put service into it, where they give you a unit that has a problem with it, and you have to hook up the probes and everything and figure it out. So I kind of like that they did that. Now you got to figure something out.
that's cool. That is cool. That'd been
It should be
nice.
in the Olympics. Didn't we? We had breakdancing. We should have HVAC. Wasn't it like the
Yeah.
one and only time that they had it?
Yo. Yeah. I mean,
And never again.
some of the people were pretty badass, but then the one
Well, there was
lady had
that
to ruin it for
one.
everybody.
There was that
Yeah.
one that was very confident, and I was like,
Whew.
is this what it was?" But yeah, there was some other ones that were decent or better.
Man.
I always call Jake when I'm in town.
Duh. I mean, real ones do. Real recognize real.
Yeah. Pay twice when you think you're getting a good deal. It
Yeah,
happens all the time.
dude. And that job I just went to, um, or the one where I sold the 2 units, we were about like $4,000 more than the next guy. You know what I mean? But sell them on like the craftsmanship of the work you're gonna do, the warranty that you have. At least you know what I mean. It can come down to that stuff. But I think, and then the other guy was gonna add another ton of air to the house. I'm like, nah, dude. And ran a heat load calc, right?
Well,
And guess what? It was designed for 66,000 BTUs. Guess what he had? A 2.5 and a 3. And this dude was gonna put a 4 and a 3.5. I was like, nah, dude, you don't want that.
yeah. Um, it's funny because everybody's like, "Oh, just upsize it and it'll cool more." But
Yeah,
we had that same freaking issue, and my dad he got upset the other day because not the well like the other
sorry,
week
it
because
was
they
it
had
was a
told
3.5, 2.5. Sorry, just want to
um
clarify.
the other week they told them, "Oh, it's because you charge overtime and you like trying to talk about our prices or whatever." And we're like, "Okay,
Yeah.
cool. Like, I mean, our price is our price. I'm not changing that." But he was like, "Man, we've helped them out so much and this and that." And there was one instance where there's a restaurant, like one of their locations has two split systems, like two AC systems for it, right? One for the front, one
Hmm.
for the back, and they're residential split systems. I can't remember the tonnage off the top of my head, but they were smaller, like 5 ton and maybe 3 ton or 2 ton. Um, and somebody else went in there and they said, I think they were going to add a whole other unit
You
in
need
there.
one.
You need another one, right? It's not cooling. We went in there and just balanced out the air, moved some vents around because they were like, it's one of those where it's like hot spots and cold spots, and it just wasn't balanced right. That solved everything. It got super comfortable. They were super happy. Saved them from getting a whole freaking installation done. And then my
For
dad's like, and they
sure.
still want to call other people. He's like, the audacity.
It, Facts, bro. That's what, and it pisses you off because the guy that like primarily that this happened to me with, I it's the one I did the press filter dryer in, and I'm going to his house next week to do a maintenance, and I don't want to like whatsoever. Just from that jump street, that just put the worst taste in my mouth.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean?
And
And
that's
on
that's
top
how
of that,
I've
that's
been that's how I've been here with them. Like, for a while I didn't want the calls at all. I was like, you
yeah,
go whatever. Like, I don't want them, but we have to be professional. And they started giving us more
yeah,
calls again. So I was like, all right, whatever.
exactly. So we don't talk about it off air.
You just got to keep moving. There's no way around it.
Yeah,
This stuff
yeah,
happens all the time, and it's annoying as hell. But karma, right? It all comes back around.
exactly. What's this say? Heard of what?
Skills USA. I've heard of that one. It's another, like, I think it's a competition. Yeah, trade competition. I've seen it.
That's
I've seen
cool.
like kids doing it. Like, the last one
What's
that I
this?
heard of was like high school kids that did this.
What's this? What's this one here called? You said
HVAC Nationals by Service Titan is somewhere in the title.
HVAC National Service Titan. Oh, this one is will be it's in West Palm.
Oh, okay. Yeah, if you go like on Instagram, you're gonna see Ben because he's interviewing like everybody there. He posted like 5 videos today.
It's more than I've seen him post in a year.
He's very selective. He just had a podcast drop too.
Yeah. Yeah. Wow.
My supervisor tries to adjust prices, and I tell him my mentor says my price is my price. Oh, well, are we the mentors?
Oh, that's funny.
um, that's always my thing, dude. I fought to get us to where we are right now, and I am not discounting anything.
You know what I do generally if I change the price, I'm raising that price. And if anything, I can come back down to where the price is priced. I mean, that's
If you,
literally,
yes, I like to have flexibility to be able to knock off whatever I want if I need
yeah.
to.
Yep. Yeah, like generally, like on an install, I'll throw like 9 to 1,500 bucks extra on top, just because I know what the market value is around here, and I'm like, I can get that, and because we
That's
just have a
crazy though.
baseline.
Sometimes because my dad's like, man, we were like this much under because the
Yeah,
normal price is like crazy high.
yeah, and you're
And
just
it's
like,
like, should
son
we
of
be charging that much? Like,
a shit. Yeah, 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 exactly. You're like, but then you do it, and like all of a sudden you like notice jobs just you're not getting them, and you're like, damn it.
yeah,
But
there's always somebody cheaper.
we haven't came down a lot, like honestly recently, and people haven't balked much. You just show your value. I mean, we talk
Yeah.
about it enough.
I tell the guys, like the new guys, like, take your time. I'd rather it look, neat, done right. You cleaned up after yourself. Like everything is as best as you could leave it. That way
Yep.
they don't, they see the value in there. Cause I would get into it with guys that, would leave crap everywhere. I mean, it was always a mess and stuff. So like now it's just like, it has to look that it has to look like a professional did it and that we charged what we charged and it made it worth it.
Not absolutely. To a T. That's another like really cool thing today when I went to do that estimate. When the guy went over to the house, the three big things that he picked up on were three things I noted on the first estimate that needed to be done. And it's a small shit. It wasn't detailed for the homeowner to know or anything. It was detailed for the installers to know. He picked up on those three things and showed me pictures. I was like, "You want to see something funny?" And I showed him the notes inside my summary. I said, "That's the exact thing." I was like, "It just made me feel so good, man, that like
Yeah.
it didn't go unnoticed." Now, maybe to the homeowner, he may not notice it, but his neighbor did. You know,
Oh yeah. Just you
what's
you
that?
you go over 10% so you can give a 10% discount.
Yeah, yeah, every time. I mean, that's the same shit we get like
You
when we
know
go
it's
places, bro. Like,
it's bullshit cuz cuz I was looking at prices on TrueTech tools for like probes and stuff. I think everything
mm-hmm.
went up again cuz I saw things that were like 800 are now 900 and 600 is now 700. I feel like everything's gone up like $100. But they had that stupid thing where it's like $1,000 crossed out. Oh, now you're gonna get it for $900.
Oh, well,
And
you got that, and Black Friday's coming up,
the
so they're
that's already been proven that those are like fake prices.
yeah,
They
so
do the
they're
same
already
shit.
gonna yep. So get ready for it.
And you know what? Like, because I sell like the merch through my website and stuff. That
Mm-hmm.
website I use tells me I forgot what they call it, but it asks me if I want to use that tactic. Oh, we'll put a higher price and cross it out. I was like, I'm not gonna.
Yeah. Okay.
I don't want to do
Yeah.
that.
Do it, bro. I mean, it kind of does. Like, I mean, in your
This hoodie was
subconscious.
normally $100. You can get it for 50 now.
Oh yeah, yeah. I'm a sucker for that. Like, oh, that's a great deal. Like, I gotta get it now. Oh man, that's funny.
And then the other thing is you can educate your customers, which I do all the time. let them know everything we did and talk to
Yeah.
them before we leave. That's a big plus because even like the new customers we're getting right now, I'm trying to take the time to like conversate with them to make sure they're like comfortable and anything else, chit chat with them like you said, you talk shop or whatever, and
Yeah.
build that that customer base.
That's all it's about, man. You know, it's funny because I say this plenty of times. It's like the scope of like the circle that we're involved with, like here with social media, like the people we follow, the people we're like we talk to, everybody in the chat, like to us, that's normal. Like how we operate is like we think is how we know is how it's supposed to be done. But that's we're probably 10% of what's really out there, you
Yeah.
know? It's
Uh,
crazy.
yeah. What I've always said, the same thing. It's and just like in general, because I forgot what the conversation was, but like in general, like these little things make a difference, right? Customer service, the pride you take in your work, cleaning up after yourself, unfortunately, is another one.
Yeah.
Um, it takes just a little bit of effort to be like that top tech, which is like
Yeah, man.
fortunate and unfortunate.
For sure, and honestly, I really do wish like I was like super well versed and educated and smart as hell and understood everything from A to Z about an air conditioner system, like a system. And I don't. Generally, it's point A to point B and just resolve the issue. But it's still just taking care of those common best practices that you can do.
Never lie because what if the customer knows more than you?
Ooh-wee. Yeah, you can't like it's like, oh shit, they just chat GBT'd this one on me.
Oh man, I hate that. AI is like everywhere right now.
It's
Um,
like, well, you know what? Let me tell you something about AI.
so I ran into the only thing I've run into that's similar. Like there are people that actually have been like in charge of like a restaurant or a hospital like for so long that they actually know some of the work that gets done
Yeah,
frequently or the checks and stuff. I did have one at a restaurant that closed down because I mentioned I think Macaroni Grill last time. We
yeah,
had a Tony Roma's that ended up closing down. The guy there was a little bit of a jerk, but his dad did air conditioning, so he always tried to prove me wrong on anything that I did. And this was
yeah,
like way early on, so yeah, I think I did make a couple of mistakes or like I had some callbacks. So it wasn't the best service that I could have given him, but I got
yeah,
really annoyed when he started pulling that card. Like, oh, my dad does this. It shouldn't do that, or it shouldn't do this, or why is it? I'm like, dude, if your dad does fucking AC, can you call him over here and get it
yeah.
done?
I had a guy like that about a couple months ago, and this was like in the thick of summer, and this was this landlord special I went to, and he had somebody else come out there. Dude just gassed it, and it's just blowing through the compressor. You're hearing the relief valve. He's like, and it's running and shutting off and on. I'm like, dude, the guy just like gassed it up. I'm like, it's blowing past the valves. Like your compressor is just
Oh
like
yeah.
it's taking a dump. And he's like, oh no, it doesn't do that. It's trust me, I've worked for my dad. I'm like, buddy, I'm looking right at. I said, I have a screen recording of the pressures I'm going to send you. I said, this is what's going on. I'm like, you're not here. Like I really like said it like I wanted to be aggressive, but wasn't.
Yeah.
And but you have those guys like, and his was the same as you said. Like my dad did HVAC. Yeah,
My dad did it this
dude,
way, where I don't know, your dad probably just gassed and go on everything.
I guarantee it. Yeah,
This is what I literally just told one of my guys this. I'm like, just act like somebody's watching you or somebody's gonna come behind you to check your work. Like that's the only way to
yeah.
go about it to like cover yourself.
Dude, one of the first gigs I had down here at the place I went to, I was this guy. It was this dude Brian, and we were doing a maintenance, and this dude, I mean, he did a maintenance, bro. He would take all the panels off, he'd clean the coils, same thing upstairs, take off the like diffuser plate or whatever, and the eve like he went. I'm like, dude, you do all this on a maintenance? And it was like, yeah. And we did that to two systems. We were there for like 2.5 hours, 3 hours. I'm like, the customer called in complaining and saying, I got you on camera. You didn't do the work you said you did. I said, bro, I was livid. I said, I said, I don't even do
I've
maintenance.
never
He's like,
done
I don't
I've never
know.
done so much work in my life, actually.
That's exactly. He's like, I got you on camera. I'm taking this to court. I'm like, and it was like over like, $250. I was like, what? It was crazy. So yeah, he might have
Well,
had
like
camera.
typically with my guys, I tell them in the summer, if you speed it up a little bit, maybe not do it as uh what do you call it? Like our winter PMs take longer than our summer PMs. I don't want them on the roof when it's like
Oh, for
110
sure.
out. So I tell them you don't have to do it exactly this way every time. If it's winter, yes, take the whole day or take, half a day, whatever it is that it needs. But in the summer, just make sure everything's clean, make sure everything's cleaned out and all the belts are good, all the electrical's good, drains are good. Like just go through everything, but I don't want you there all day.
Yeah, exactly.
So, and it works out because we have all these contracts and it's like twice a year, 4 times a year. The every other one might get a deep clean. That's how we kind of look at it. So it's just the way I do
Just
it.
like that. Exactly. Uh,
All right. Anything else before we close it out? I might have to
No,
go
I just
help my
want.
apprentice.
That's right. You go help your apprentice. Shout out to everybody that showed up and showed out. Uh, Appreciate y'all.
We'll see you guys next week.
Later.
Let's hit the outro.
Hit it now. I was like, oh shit! I just realized like, who's playing tonight? The Giants and the Eagles, and I was like making sure I didn't have anybody. I play fantasy, and it's fun, man. Like, it's stressful though. This one that I'm in because like, man, because there's like, there was a lot of money on it that you can get, but like, there's like a punishment at the end that nobody wants to do, and I was like, all right, it's like a first real one I've done. So I'm like, oh God, make sure my lineup because then you're screwed. You know what I mean?